Good morning, YouTube. How are we today? So in my last video, we talked about Eris and the Titan V's equipment. But at the end of the video, I showed you a quick glimpse of an animal. Introducing the Protodon. The Protodon is an indigenous predator, amphibious predator of Eris. They are very large and very powerful, capable of breaking down doors and destroying small rovers. But just how large are they? To put it into perspective, the character in the foreground is Julia. She is around 5'10", which would make the creature about 6 feet tall at the shoulder. Now, we do not meet the Protodons right off the bat when Titan V lands on the planet. They instead find tracks, classic, and other signs. But when they land, there are a total of 6 Protodons. Here are they, and their nicknames in order from largest to smallest. Matri. Matri is the largest of the Protodons. She is female and stands roughly 6.5 feet tall at the shoulder. She measures 35 feet long and weighs nearly 3/4 of a ton. She is a ruthless predator and is most often seen Protodon in the camp. Jenny. Jenny is the second largest and is never seen in the camp, but she is both a cunning and ruthless hunter. She is one of the more aggressive female Protodons and is easily distinguished by the lattice of claw marks and scars on her back. Francine. Francine is the third largest female. She is possibly the most curious of the Protodons and is often seen in the woods surrounding the camp. She rarely approaches, though, because she is very shy. Itzy. Itzy comes in at 29 feet long and weighing only about 300 pounds. 500 pounds. And she comes second to last in the social food chain, and that explains her somewhat starved appearance, but she is completely healthy. She is not usually seen around the camp because of her small size, but she is a very good ambush hunter. So don't get caught in the woods with her. Well, crap, now I know that it's going to be a lot of that in the comments. Bitsy. Bitsy comes in at 23 feet long and weighing a meager 389 pounds. Due to her small size and lack of strength, she is last in the social hierarchy. This means she can't hunt as well and effectively as the others, and therefore resorts to fishing and scavenging. There's currently only one known male. He is 25 feet long and weighs nearly 700 pounds. He is much smaller than Matri, the dominant female, but do not underestimate him, as testosterone is a very, very aggressive hormone. We only meet him once in the book, and it's not a very pleasant encounter. But wait, 38 or 40 feet long? That's huge. So, how do they get that big? They'd need a fairly steady food supply, wouldn't they? Well, the protodons are not the only amphibians on this planet. These are another group of less developed amphibians that are made mostly for the water instead of land, like the protodon. If we take a look at a protodon, it becomes evident that with its long and strong arms and back legs, that it can hold most of its bulk out of the sand or the water, much like an alligator when it's traveling across the land. Whereas these amphibians drag most of their bulk through the sand because of their stouter limbs. Now, in the water, the protodon's long limbs make for a much less streamlined shape and therefore reduce its effectiveness as a water predator. But on land, they use this to a terrible advantage over these lesser amphibians, with fairly predictable effects. This is where they get most of their food supply from. These animals, which have now been turned into nothing more than beach balls because of their adaptations to the water, are now completely defenseless and make an easy prey on the beaches. Now you're probably thinking, well, what the heck is that weird dome on its head? Well, if you look around the rest of the head, you can see that it has no visible eyes, but it does have these strange slits, nostrils, and this dome. This is part of its sensory cortex. It has no eyes, but hunts through sonic and thermal vision, much like a rattlesnake or a bat. Perhaps the most interesting part is that it has an occipital lobe, but no eyes. The thing here is that it uses two different cortexes that are hardwired directly into the occipital lobe, so it actually produces an image in its mind. Not just a feeling or a sense, but an actual visual image. The big dome on its head, think of the dome as like a giant ear, and these slits as sort of like heat pits on a rattlesnake. So it sees using two different organs, hearing and heat. Through the heat sensory, it creates a visual picture of heat by capturing infrared radiation from the surrounding environment through its heat pits. And whenever we meet it, it is often growling or snarling. Doing so produces sound waves that its ear catches and produces a sonic resonance image, much like this. So it can both map its environment and find what is alive in that environment all at once, and can create an actual visual picture using its occipital lobe. So the Protodon, a large vicious predator that Titan V meets on Eris. It is both a great discovery and a terrifying find. Now I am going to be doing another follow-up video on more xenobiology from Eris, and that will be in another video. So thank you for your time. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, there is the comment section below. If you want to see the rest of my other videos, there is a link. And if you want to see more of what I do, please subscribe. I will be posting a new animated video every Saturday. And that's all for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.